This next question comes from Sydney via Facebook. She asks, I've been losing weight and eating healthier. Why is my hair falling out? Such a frustrating phenomenon. Someone's trying to be healthier and then all of a sudden something bad happens like this. What's going on?
Well, I think when you talk about suddenly losing your hair, that often comes from a shock to the system. So in this case, maybe she's exercising a lot more. It's just a severe physiologic stress. And it has a fancy name because dermatologists love jargon. It's called telogen effluvium. And we see this often, I know, we see this often after childbirth, actually. That's the most common one. But any acute sickness, certainly surgery, in this case, a major shock to her system if she's changed all her ways. And the reason for it is because at any given time, any one hair on your head is actually either growing, resting, or being shed. That's the normal hair growth cycle. But when you shock your system like this, you sort of redirect the circulation to the follicles, you really interrupt that normal cycle, you're gonna prematurely shed all those hair. They're gonna be put into that cycle really quickly. And the thing to reassure people about this is it's never permanent and it's never scarring if that's the cause of it. So it usually runs about a 4 to 6 month cycle. If anyone's ever had this after childbirth, they know you get these baby fine hairs and they grow back, but it can be incredibly stressful and really frustrating, like you said, because a lot of times you'll get this after new medication or after a new workout regimen where you're trying to do everything right. And then you feel like things are going downhill.
But we don't know exactly what she's doing. Is she getting enough calories? Is she getting enough protein? Because we know that if you really are subjecting your body to extremes, we see that in people with eating disorders. One of the first things that you see they complain about is losing their hair. So you're dieting, you want to make sure that you're doing it the right way. You don't want to crash not getting enough calories for your body and always want to make sure that you're getting protein. But to your point about any type of stressful event, we see this so often with facelifts that you don't lose hair when we do a facelift, we do incisions in front of the hairline, but so many women and men say, oh, you know, I'm losing hair after this facelift. It's just a temporary effect of a shift in the blood flow, the stress of surgery, the recovery, et cetera.
After something like that versus another stress, like a change in eating habits, exercise, how long should you give it before you think, okay, this could be something else?
Probably a few months, I would think.
Yeah, so usually the onset of this, like you were saying, is a little bit delayed. It's about 6 to 8 weeks after the major stressor, and the most common thing is you're looking in your drain or you're looking in your hairbrush, and all of a sudden there's all this hair, and you're like, where did this come from? But I think the key thing is if it doesn't start to correct within about 6 months or so, then you do have to look at your overall medical history. Is there something autoimmune going on? Did you start a new medication? Is there a new medical condition? What's your family history? And certainly if there's any redness or scale on the scalp that looks like the scalp is inflamed, that's when we really need to dig deeper and look at other medical reasons this might be going on. It's not just the stress-mediated short-term thing. But in the meantime, if you are going through this, like you said, make sure you're having enough protein that you can support the keratin of the follicles. Make sure you're taking enough zinc. That's another one that really helps in terms of follicular health. And then certainly if you're deficient in it, biotin, which is a B vitamin, super helpful, at least 2.5 milligrams
Okay,
a day.
before we go to the next question, can you just say it one more time?
Telogen effluvium.
Say that 10 times in a row.